Coming up on UT10 News, a look at the future of the deer population in Ottawa Hills.
And we'll also look to follow the fast food strikes going on across the country.
Plus, reporter Cody Connolly has highlights from the weekend's men's basketball and women's volleyball games. Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Angelique Baird.
And I'm Mark Woowert.
UT President Sharon Gaber invited students, faculty, and staff to join the conversation last Thursday at her first town hall meeting.
Reporter Eric Burden has the details on what was discussed at the open dialogue.
Though she was formally inaugurated in September, Dr. Gaber has officially been the university's president since July. She has been active in many athletic and academic activities around campus. This past week, she opted to host an open dialogue meeting where students and staff alike could participate and ask questions either in person or online. Alyssa Falcone, the organizer of the meeting, says the open dialogue was more positive and energetic than similar meetings in the past.
So in terms of questions, I think they addressed the real needs and the real issues that we have, but overall, it's a representation of having the energized spirit that we have on campus right now.
Among the wide range of topics discussed were student safety, parking costs, and attracting enrollment from out of state. Dr. Gaber says it's all about the students at the end of the day.
Making sure they're coming to UT, making sure they're staying while they're here and thriving, and then making sure that they graduate.
With the plans outlined and questions answered in today's meeting, the future of the university looks to be in very capable hands. I'm Eric Burden with UT10 News.
Changes are being made to the University of Toledo's residency policy in hope of enhancing the college experience. The updated policy will require new students who live more than 25 miles from UT to bunk on campus for their first 2 years. This will replace the current rule, which requires students who live more than 50 miles away to stay on campus for 1 year. University officials say the change is just one step toward increased student involvement.
It's one of many initiatives the university has taken to help improve our retention and graduation rates for students here at the University of Toledo.
The revised policy will go into effect starting the 2016-2017 academic year. International students will have the chance to savor an American tradition. UT is pairing foreign students with faculty and staff members to celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday. Students are matched with families on a first-come, first-served basis. For many, it will be their first time experiencing the American holiday.
The students that I've talked to who've had this wonderful experience all have come back with smiles, excitement. They have a different understanding and appreciation for American culture.
This is the third year UT families will make room at their Thanksgiving feasts for international students. Ottawa Hills residents may be seeing more camouflage in orange following the passing of a new deer ordinance.
Reporter Matt Sutter examines what the new rule means for the local community.
In the last election, Issue 13 passed in Ottawa Hills, which means residents of the village are now allowed to hunt for deer within the confines of their small town. Deer have been a recent issue inside Ottawa Hills, eating and destroying people's property, which was the cause for the creation of Issue 13. Councilman Corey Hupp says the City Council is still writing up the most controlled and safe way to handle the hunting inside the village.
Controlled hunt is the important word there, because we're going to control not only where the hunt takes place, when it takes place, who's involved in it, how many deer we're going to harvest, and where and what's going to happen to the meat or the carcasses afterwards.
Ecology experts say that even with the controlled hunt, it will not stop the deer from coming back and won't stop them from eating your yards.
A year later or a month later or sometime later, they'll come back in because there are plenty of resources to eat, including people's ornamental plants.
Residents of Ottawa Hills are waiting and anticipating the final plan of action to control the deer population inside city limits. I'm Matt Sutter with UT10 News.
The university honored some of their own on Veterans Day with a breakfast and resource fair. At the breakfast, veterans were able to explore job openings at local businesses around Toledo. Originally known as Armistice Day, Veterans Day marked the end of World War I. President Dwight Eisenhower signed a bill in 1954 proclaiming November 11th as Veterans Day to remember those who have served.
This country was founded upon the principle of being free, and so veterans' sacrifice is to continue to make this country free.
UT's War Memorial is located next to University Hall in honor of those who have served. Holiday cheer was brought to the Glass City as Toledo kicked off the Christmas season. Families gathered in downtown until Saturday morning for the 29th annual Holiday Parade. Sponsored by the Toledo Parade, the celebration featured more than 80 clowns, 40 mascots, and 6 marching bands, including our own Rocket Marching Band. The event's festive atmosphere brings together the Toledo community.
This is our first year coming down to the parade. So our daughter was in the dance group, so we wanted to see her perform.
The parade covered more than 6 blocks and was concluded with a visit from Santa Claus.
Hundreds of fast food workers are protesting nationwide, demanding higher wages.
Reporter Larry Sloan took a look at the proposed minimum wage increase.
According to strike organizers, fast food employees walked out of their stores and protested in 270 cities across the country last Tuesday. Their goal? $15 an hour. The federal minimum wage is currently $7.25 an hour, which many argue is not enough income to keep one out of poverty.
It's just not livable. Like, I'm not really paying my bills with this at all, and like all my money goes straight towards bills and food, and that's all I can afford.
Many would agree that the base pay for food laborers should be raised, but the price they are demanding might be a little too high.
I think it wouldn't be fair for those who work in fast food to get the same amount as people who are skilled and went to college and invested in like their education.
I feel like if it wasn't $15, maybe the range from like 10 to 13, because there are people like in professions like with degrees and stuff not even making that much or making just that right out of college, so I don't think that really would be fair.
The workers plan to sway voters in next year's upcoming election to vote for their cause. But as for now, all we can do is strive to better our relationships with fast food workers and continue to try to live comfortably. I'm Larry Sloan from UT 10 News.
I'm Cody Connolly, and this is your UT 10 Sports Report. The men's basketball team took the court for their first regular season game against West Virginia Tech, while the volleyball team squared off against Eastern Michigan for their final game of the season. We'll start with the men, where freshman guard Jalen Sanford got his first official start for the Rockets basketball team against the West Virginia Tech Golden Bears. UT came out strong as Stucky Mosley gives it to Nathan Booth in the post, who gets a layup and to put the Rockets up early in the first half. Then it's nothing but net as Jalen Sanford hits a three-pointer to extend the lead. The Rockets would continue to dominate as they shot over 50% from the field. Mosley would add 3 of his 17 points here off the nice pass from Booth to further UT's lead. The Rockets never trailed in this game and would cruise to a 96-65 victory. UT head coach Todd Kowalczyk said he was very pleased with the team's offensive attack.
We share the ball. We can pass it out of the post. We get double teamed a lot down there, and Nate's such a good passer that really works into our favor, especially when you got Navigado out there and you got Jalen out there and John out there. Those guys can really shoot the ball.
The Rockets will take the court again tomorrow night on the road against Youngstown State. The volleyball team has not had the season they were hoping for. However, their match on Saturday was definitely a thriller as the Rockets hosted the Eastern Michigan Eagles. UT took the court for the final time this season in hopes of sending their seniors off with a win. The Rockets took the first set 25-23, but would drop the next 2 sets to put them at a disadvantage. Sophomores Sage Thomas and Rachel Vidurick each had 16 kills in the match and kept UT in it. The match went into the 5th set and it was a nail-biter down to the end. Unfortunately, in the end, it was Eastern that would prevail, taking the final set and the match. UT head coach Greg Smith said the future is bright for this team.
As far as our point scores and our setting goes, we have everybody back. And so they are very young. I mean, we have one junior in Mary O'Connor, and everybody else is freshmen, sophomores.
The Rockets will go into the offseason with hopes of rebuilding for next year.
Thanks, Cody. That's it for UT 10 News. For the latest breaking news from campus and bios from all UT 10 reporters, go to our website, ut10news.com.
And remember, you can watch the live stream of our newscast production every Tuesday morning at 10:30 on our YouTube channel. For Mark Wewert, Cody Connolly, and all of our crew, I'm Angelique Baird. Have a great week and stay tuned for more news from the UT campus.